So I'd like to start off the video by wishing you guys a very happy new year. I hope you guys have had a good day one of 2025. We did okay yesterday. My sales were up considerably. I thought it was kind of weird that on New Year's Eve we did about $325.63 for the day, and today my sales are back down at 101.85. I don't get it. I don't understand why the up and down on the sales. We are kind of off. We're at about $6,000 for the past 31 days, and we are typically at about $9,000. So we're about $3,000 down in sales, and a lot of that has to do with me not going to the auctions like I should. I've been a bad boy and not went and picked like I should. But all of that is not the purpose of this video. I was just giving the people who watch my channel an update on how I'm doing. But one of the things that I want to talk about, or the main thing I want to talk about in this video, is the fact that I just got a horrible offer on a bottle of perfume. I have a bottle of perfume that's listed for $150. It's brand new, got the itchy nose. It's a brand new bottle of perfume, and it's rare, like really rare, and you can't buy it anymore. And it's a full bottle, brand new, and they sell for about $150. The guy sends me an offer for $100, and I'm like, that's just too low. That's like 1/3 off of the price, and I can't do that. I can't just give my items away. It's too hard. As I just told you, I've been struggling trying to be able to even like source enough merchandise for me to stay busy listing on eBay and trying to get that money, keep that money coming in. And here I have a guy that's willing to pay me $100 for an item that I have listed for $150, and in the last 2 weeks one of them has sold for $150. So I'm not willing to just give my item away yet. Anyways, after saying all that, I sent him a counter offer for $125. I'm like, you know what? I'll take $25 off the item. It's still a pretty good deal. He should be happy with that. And I forget about it. I go back. I've been listing these. If any of you guys remember these old Viewmasters, I've been listing these. I bought a bunch of them at the auction the other day. What I really wanted for my collection was the old GAF. It was a like a little round cylinder, and it had a one of the Viewmasters in there, and I wanted that because it had Superman and all the DC superhero friends, and I kept it. I got it sitting right over there on top of my shelf, and I paid, I want to say something like, I think I paid like $15-20 for it, but it had like, I listed 20 today, and I listed about 20 the other day. So with these total, there's about 40 of those cards of 3 of the reels. This is what they kind of look like. I'm getting away from the subject, but we're going to listen to me rant for a little bit. And there was like this. There's 3 of them in there. So they sell for about, I list them for about $10 a piece. And interesting fact, because these are considered slides or negatives, because those are actually negative images in there, they will ship media mail, but you can't list them underneath photographic images. You have to actually list them underneath the Viewmaster category, underneath the toys, which is really weird, but they ship for about $4.63 a piece. But anyway, so I'm listing my stuff, and I get an offer back, and the guy sends me an offer, and the offer again is for something like it was $100. So he didn't even go up any. And then he gives me this story about his wife being allergic to perfumes, and he wants to get her this perfume, but he don't want to pay a bunch of money for it, and he's afraid that she'll be allergic to it, and blah blah blah, yada yada yada. And I'm like, that's you problems, my guy. That's not Johnny Johnson problems. That's you problems. I'm not gonna take $50 less for an item because your wife has a delicate affinity for perfumes. That's not my problem. So I just went and highlighted his name. I'm not going to give the whole name out, but it's NFL Raider fan. So the guy's a Raider fan. So that's a I'm sorry, Raider fans. I'm going to make someone mad, but I'm a Raider fan, so he must live in Las Vegas. I think that's where they moved to. But if he's an old school Raider fan, that's a big sign right there. So I'm just like, you know what? I don't want to get bad feedback from this guy. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to block the guy. And that's kind of where we're at right now, is that I went on and blocked him. But I always check feedback, and I'm kind of curious as to why, people leave negative feedback. And this guy has left 2, 4, 5 feedback in total, and one of those feedback are negative. And I believe that if you've left 5 feedback on eBay and you've bought 5 items from eBay, that you shouldn't have a negative interaction. And the feedback that he left, that says, very disappointed, wanted the refractor, asked to cancel, and was rejected. I've asked other vendors to cancel, and they did it gladly. I gave them positive feedback. You got me, T. So he bought a refractor card he bought a card from somebody, thought it was the refractor, asked to cancel. Don't know why. Don't know if the guy had already shipped it, but then he left the guy negative feedback. So I think that's pretty crappy. That's just a pretty crappy guy. So he's an NFL Raiders fan, and he's leaving negative feedback because a guy wouldn't cancel the order. And he's trying to get me down 1/3 of the price on an item that I have listed on eBay. So that's 3 strikes. He's out. I've blocked him from my social media. And we'll click over here and we'll take a fine look. And this is, you can see that I'm not lying, that he has left 1 negative feedback and left 4 positive. So to me, that ratio is a little weird. And I think that that being said, that he's made 69 purchases on eBay. And I just think it's a little weird. I think it's a little weird. I definitely, I wouldn't want to reveal who the guy is, because that's not the way I want to be. I don't want to get in trouble with eBay. But I blocked him. So what would you guys do? What is your... I'm friends with Paige. I'm real good friends with Paige, One Foot Flipper. We talk all the time. We talk every day. We're in a group chat together. And for a long time, I thought Paige had the wrong attitude, that he says that when people send him messages that, and they're like asking for weird stuff, or just if he gets a bad vibe, he blocks them. I'm like, man, like, how many sales have you missed out on? But then I start thinking about it. How many negative feedbacks? And something that I have been doing is that anytime someone messages me with a weird question, or messages me with a weird stipulation, or just a problem, or just wanting to know something, I automatically 100% of the time go check the feedback that they've left for others. And when I see that a guy has left 5 feedback on eBay, and he doesn't leave feedback, so he's got 69 feedback that he's gotten. He's left 5 feedback, and he doesn't sell on eBay. And one of those feedback, he doesn't sell on eBay. He's never received feedback as a seller. So he's received 69 feedback, left 5 feedback. So he doesn't even like to give good sellers positive feedback. So out of the 70 items he's probably bought, bare minimum, 5 of them he left feedback, and 1 of them he felt the need to leave a negative feedback. Not neutral, but negative. So that's just me. What do you guys think? I'm curious. I don't like dealing with turd buyers, so I just block them now. I think that Paige has it right. If you just go check, see if they leave a bunch of negative feedback, and if they look to be a problem buyers, they give signs. They're out there throwing signs up like Jesus in 33 AD. They're out there doing signs, so you can tell. They're like, that person is a horrible person. I don't want to sell to them. And if you want to, that's fine. You might be the kind of person that just, when a person messages you and they go, I had an item and there was a scratch on it, and you told me it was in the description and in all the photos, but I'm not happy with that scratch. And you're like, here's all your money back. That's good for you. I'm glad that you're that guy. I'm not going to be anymore. Negative feedback means absolutely nothing. I seen a guy who has less feedback than me for the year, and the guy had 17 negative feedback and 16 neutral feedback. Still selling on eBay. So it don't matter. It don't matter. As long as your DS scores are up there, apparently eBay don't care if you get 5,000 negative feedbacks. And you know what? I'm not going to lose any sleep. I used to be scared. I used to look at my feedback, and if I seen that percent go down, my heart fell out, my butthole. And I'm like, that's not a good place for your heart to come out. And I'm just like, what am I going to do? Like, I got a negative feedback. Oh my God, people aren't going to buy from me. But that's just not the way it happens. So, hope you guys have a good new year, and I hope you guys stay warm. There's going to be a big old cold coming in over the Midwest. If you live in the Midwest, you better get them long johns out and get your feet warmers on. So, you guys have a good day. Thank you for watching. God bless.